Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully the microphone is on. It looks like it is. And hopefully you can hear me. Just trying to set this up a little better. Oops. There you go. So hopefully my babies can hear this. I'm gonna wait and see if we get anybody on here. Let's see. I definitely have to get a little something for this, but for now that works. Hey, how are you, Justin? Thank you for joining. Can you hear? I hope you can hear me. I'm kind of just making sure everything is all working properly. So let me know if the microphone is working. Thank you so much for coming on over. Yeah, Justin, just let me know if the microphone's working, and then if it is, I'm going to go ahead and start with the stories. Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is going to be probably a series because I have many stories, and this is a lot that a lot of people don't know about me. So it's kind of a vulnerable state to be in, and I've gotten requests to talk about it more, and so I figured, hey, why not do an ASMR, and maybe it'll inspire someone to tell their story too. So if you didn't know, years back I had a business. Well, it was a space where I assisted people and helped them through being or remembering their abductions from like ET experiences, extraterrestrial experiences, aliens, all that, and their remembrance in that, and what can take place, and all the trauma that goes with it, and realizing that you're not alone. So I did that for a while, and the reason I did it was because of my own experience, and I had a pretty unbelievable experience with ETs. So I'll start from the beginning. It was during my van life, and I lived in a van. My friend and I, we bought a van. Well, I bought it, and she helped me gut it out, and just make it a little turtle shell home with all the amenities. And I just lived on the road. I traveled up and down California, and it was a lot of fun. And so I was headed back to Phoenix, and I went to see one of my other best friends, and it was in July. I think it was July 3rd. July 3rd, years ago. And we remember that it was different. The weather was different because it's in Phoenix, Arizona. And Phoenix weather in July, you're not getting under 120 degrees, okay? Like it's hot. And this particular day, it was 75 degrees outside. It was beautiful. The weather was perfect. And there was a storm coming in. And so all that whole day, the electronics were acting weird. It was just kind of a very strange day all around: the weather, the electronics, all the things. And so that night, the storm was coming in, and it just felt beautiful outside. And so my friend and I decided to go sit in my van and keep the back doors open and have a little wine, and just enjoy the wind coming through, and, the storm. And because we knew it was going to be over in the morning. So we sat in there, had some wine, laughed, talked, enjoyed the weather. And around midnight, she was like, "Yeah, I'm getting tired. I'm gonna go inside." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna hang out here and enjoy the weather for a little while, because I know it's gonna be like 900 degrees in the morning." So she's like, "Okay, cool." So she goes inside to take a shower and stuff. So I'm laying there enjoying myself. Oh, by the way, this is very important. The storm was very. It was a strong storm, and it knocked out, all the street lights. Trees and stuff were fall. Like it was a bad storm, and so there was no street lights. The only lights we had was the lights in my van, my little Christmas lights had. So it was very dim light in all this like pitch black darkness. And so I lay there in my little Christmas lights, just, reflecting on everything and my drive and the alone time I had and just reflection. And then I was like, all right, cool. I'm going inside and it's time for bed. So I started cleaning up everything. And then all of a sudden, like, I just had this urge to take out my phone, my phone camera, and step out of the van and just start. I just pushed record in the dark, like I was like in this trance state or something. Like I just pushed record for no reason, and I stood there and recorded the dark for literally precisely 1 minute, and then I was like, oh. I just kind of like, what the heck? I was a little tipsy, I wasn't drunk, but, we had a couple glasses of wine. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I just gathered my things, went into the house, and took a shower. And I was sleeping on her couch, so I laid on the couch. And then I was like, I kind of want to see what was on that video. So curious, like, well, what the heck was I? Did I think I was recording because it was pitch black outside? And so got my phone, pulled up the video, and I looked at it, and I didn't see anything. Um, and so I looked at it again, and then I just saw this like flash of green light, like bright neon green light. And I was like, whoa, what was that? And so I backed the video up, and then I slowed it down, like slowed it way down. And then I was like, what is that? And I saw this like big, giant fluorescent light kind of like coming out of where this tree was, this giant tree. And it looked like there was activity going on, like walking movement. And I couldn't really tell. And so my brain was just like, what am I looking at? Right? Like I couldn't comprehend the video. My brain was, because I was like, okay, if I would have saw this outside, because it was bright. And so my brain automatically was like, oh, okay, so I think the neighbors are probably making a movie, or like all these things went through my mind about what this bright light could possibly be. And then I just got obsessed. So I kept looking at more and more and more. And so then I started taking still shots of, the paused video. And then I started seeing all of these images and weird things. And I went down this rabbit hole. And it's so crazy, you guys, because going down the rabbit hole, I it was just this one video, and every time I would look at the video, it would change to something completely different. And then I'd play that in slow motion and take screenshots of that, of a whole different freaking scenario. And then I would obsess about that. And then I would take a little time to, after I obsessed about that, I would go back to the video. It was completely different again. And even in one video, you guys, I'm going to give you a little tidbit here. In one video, I saw myself, I'm looking at myself walk into what looked like some sort of spaceship, starship. And I'm rewinding the video, I'm looking at it. I see my braids because I had long braids at the time. And I'm wearing this like hospital gown or something in the video. And I'm zooming in, and I'm just freaking out. And so I'm asking people, my friends, to look at the video because I'm like, look, what do you make of this? What do you so and it was wild because nobody was really trying to be there, trying to like look at the video. And I understand now why they didn't want to look because what we were looking at, just the human brain can't make any sense of it. And so it's just easier to not look and block it out. And so I was just kind of in this on my own. And so I was obsessed with that video of like seeing myself walk into this spaceship, starship. And then once I saw that video, um, it changed again into inside of it. And like I'm gonna tell you guys all about that. Uh, this went on for months. This went on for months of just the video changing, the storylines changing, the intel, um, the portals that I visited, the uh, just the grotesque things that I saw as well, that happen right in front of us that we don't even see. And it was just, when it was happening, uh, the day that I had gotten abducted was, actually the day after, I had a lot of like contact coming to me, like a lot of beings making themselves visible to me. And I was freaked out. Like, I don't want this. I don't know what I did to bring this into my life, but I was literally freaked out. I did not want it. Today, I understand now. Like, okay, I understand why everything happened, and I'll get to that. But when it was happening, it was very, very frightening. Um, and I got through it, but it was definitely something that you can't really just talk to anyone about. And so guess who's going to believe you? I didn't even believe it. Like, it was hard for me to believe, and I was there. So having other people believe you is that was hard. So I'm going to leave it at that part right now. So you guys, I walk into the starship, and that's where I see the craziest things. And so a couple of years back, I ended up deleting a lot of the pictures because I kind of wanted that part of my life to be okay. I've moved on from it. I kept some, though I couldn't delete all of them. So I will definitely post some pictures for you guys so you can see some of the pictures that I took from that video, and you can form your own opinion about it. But I definitely share that with you guys so you can kind of have a visual. So yeah, I'll stop at the walk into the starship, and the next episode will be what happened inside that starship. All right. Thank you so much for joining, Justin. I love you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll chat with you later. Okay.